there and welcome to the Vastrap Kitchen. In this video I'm going to assess the two loaves that I did in my baking demonstration video. Here they are. This is the one that I baked in the Dutch oven, and it's come out really nicely. As you saw in the previous video, those loaves were definitely over-proofed. They'd gone quite far in the second final proof stage. And you can see, they call it whippling, this sort of uneven edge around the side. That's a sign of over-proofing. And also the loaf isn't quite as high as it would be had it been slightly less proofed. But still, it's nice and light and airy. It's got beautiful blisters on the crumb. It's a nice color. It could have gone a little bit longer in the oven, but some people don't like it too dark. And the crust has got a nice sort of crunchy give. So I'm fairly happy with that. I think as far as overproofing is concerned, as long as the bread doesn't sort of fall completely flat as a pancake, it's okay. I'd rather have it overproofed than underproofed, because an underproofed loaf will be much denser than a loaf that has got a lot of air in it. One of the reasons why it would have overproofed is because I had it in the top shelf of my fridge, and when I tested the temperature as I took them out of the fridge, they were 11 degrees, which means that the fermentation was still carrying on at quite a rate as they were in the fridge overnight. I would have preferred them to be sort of around 5 degrees when I took them out of the fridge. That would have meant much slower fermentation in the fridge overnight, which would have had them at about the right point when I took them out of the fridge at around 8 o'clock this morning to bake. So that's that loaf. This loaf I baked in the oven with steam, and they look pretty similar. So the crust also feels pretty similar. There's not much difference. Again, we didn't open up a huge ear because it was quite it was falling quite flat as we put it into the oven. But you definitely see loaves like this sold in bakeries, and people would pay good money for them. You can be very proud to have them on your table. So let's cut into them and see what they look like. One of the things you can put on your post-lockdown wish list is a good bread knife. This one is the best. It's an extra long knife. I think it's like more than 30 centimeters. And it's actually a ham cutting knife or a salmon cutting knife. But it's just beautiful as a bread knife. They sell them at Il de Pan in Neisner, but you can also order them online, but they won't be under the bread knife section. They'll be under the meat slicing or salmon cutting. And this is a beautiful Vastrap knife. As you can see, the length is different, but it's nice and sharp. So I'm going to cut through the middle of this loaf. That looks lovely. It's got nice bubbles, and what I like best is it's a lovely soft crumb. Could have baked a little bit longer, but I'm very happy with that. Okay, and the other one. I'll freeze these loaves or give them to friends if we don't eat them with soup. This one looks like that, also nice. Got some big holes here. I think that's sort of starting to show the over fermentation when the bubbles start showing at the top. But oh, beautiful, looks great, happy with that. So I hope you've learned something in these video demonstrations, and I really wish you happy baking.